This is what we're talking about today, interest rates and money, because we're using geometric sequences applied financially. What does that mean? We're not talking about interest. We're talking about right here, that one thing everybody loves. Everyone loves that. So interest, you're investing in something, pay interest. For example, take money, put in your savings account. They want your money in their bank because the more money they have in their bank, the more they can loan out. So if you put $10,000 in your savings account, they'll give you a good interest rate. They'll say, keep it here, don't touch it for 2 years, and we'll give you money on top of that. Loan from a bank, they'll say, okay, you can have this much money, but you got to pay us this much back in return. They'll say 8% or something if you have good credit. And then depreciation, the goods they lose value over time, usage, age, new technology. The most common is cars. So this is what we're working on today, the compound interest formula. It looks complicated, but as soon as we do one problem, you're going to realize this is just really algebra 1. So what I want to do is I'm going to go through this formula real quick, and we're going to go over what compounding periods per year means. In the formula packet, on the formula page, it looks just like this. They define everything here for you, so you don't have to memorize it. Future value, that's how much money you're going to get in the future. Present value, that's how much you invest. If I'm starting with 5,000, I want to get more money, start 5,000 right there. Rate, this is always in a percentage. And then K is how much your loan is being compounded. And then N, that is the number of years. It's always a natural number. That's why we went over that. Natural means whole number bigger than 0. Periods. It's very important. Compounding periods. 4 main ones. We have yearly. We have semi-annually. We have quarterly. Quarter. And the last one we have monthly. So yearly is once a year, once. Semi-annually, that's twice a year. It'll be compounded. Quarterly, 4 times a year. This one monthly, 12 times. Each month they'll compound that interest rate. So the K is the same thing as compounded. So if I say that it's being compounded quarterly, K would be 4. So 4 goes here and 4 goes here. The N, that's your number of years. It might say compounded quarterly over 10 years. So if I say quarterly, 4 goes in for K, 10 years, 10 goes in for N. Remember, N is always a natural number. It's always a positive whole number bigger than 0. And the thing about the nominal annual rate is that your interest rate is always used in percent form. The formula puts it back in decimal for you, so you don't have to put it in decimal form. This in decimal form, so you don't have to do it. And you'll see what I mean when I go to the next slide and the problem. So 3 things to always remember is that when you're rounding with money, always 2 decimal places because we want 53 cents, 42 cents. Every other answer is always going to be 3 sig figs. Everything in this class is 3 sig figs unless otherwise stated. And again, natural numbers, use is always a positive whole number, bigger than 0.